Alright, welcome back everybody to part 2. So, yeah, it's nighttime. This army is still there. And where is everybody right now?
Well,
I'm like by the civilian thing. I'm gonna try and help out if they need.
main need is sleeping.
Because I have a bow. Like, what am I gonna do against a bunch of
I think it's called Star Maid.
infantry people? So if they need help, like
Okay.
defending the building.
Second me is on the wall watching with binoculars. Third me is gonna sneak up with some bombs.
Sneak up with some bombs. Okay. Alright.
I want to follow with the off switch.
No, we're keeping that here.
Well, then I'm staying with the off switch.
We're keeping that here. We're not going out with that. That is our trump card.
I am guarding the off switch.
He is guarding the off switch. Okay.
Where is that? Like in there?
Where is MacArthur right now?
I'm building a sweet little fort right here, and I'm on top of the fort. I'm by the wall, but there's like a little post. You know, those little.
Would
Yeah.
you like a box?
I'm talking to my man. I'm like, defend the wall! There we go.
Alright.
I don't have any figures. I need 3 figures. I'll need 3 golds.
My soldier, these guys are just randomly around here as well. But I think they're too small to count in there.
MacArthur, do you want to give me a spirit check?
Spirit. Hey, that's a D8 for me. I don't like any of those rolls. Yeah, a 5.
5. You feel the hairs on the back of your neck start to stand on end, as if there's a presence behind you. And
I look around real fast.
you turn around, and there's nothing there. You look down at your feet, and you see a note.
Okay, read the note.
You read the note. It says, "Meet me over at the Hungry Hound," or no, not the Hungry Hound. "Meet me over at the gas station just outside of Canopy. Come alone."
Alright, I will.
You got metal bending and metal dudes.
I go to the gas station.
Alright. It looks rather dark and unlit.
Oh hell no! Where's the gas station? Is it like further away?
I want to say it's like right here. No,
Damn, I
actually-
go all the way out there?
Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Well, it's
Alright.
it's more like in the middle of the two
Alright.
armies.
Third me might
I don't want to
be
actually draw it out because there's stuff there.
there. Third me might actually be near it at the moment. I don't know where third me is. Third me knows where me is.
I say, I came alone! Come out! Show yourself!
Would third me see him?
Make a notice
Since I'm,
roll.
like going that way.
I mean, he's not really.
Nope, he's focused on
Okay.
his bombs.
Yeah, I wouldn't make. I would have given it to you like at a roll of 4 because he's not really being stealthy. But yeah, you're more focused on your own mission.
Those dudes.
Um,
I'm gonna paste on my
no answer.
You should get some gas.
Should have brought a tank, man.
Well, I'm not,
But I mean, make a notice roll.
Here's another letter.
I don't have notice.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So a 4.
It is dimly lit. I mean, it's not really dark in there. It's just dimly lit.
Alright.
You just couldn't tell before because the windows seem a little smoky,
I feel like I'll be walking into a trap.
like
though.
or rather dusty.
Make the construct.
Okay, yeah. I throw a can on the ground and all of a sudden a construct goes boop, and then he goes into the building.
Okay. It goes into the building. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. I make 2 more constructs and I go in the building.
Nothing happens.
And then the other one goes, Paul, have you ever been in love? Alright, I'm going in then as well.
Alright. You go in, there's so it looks like, going inside of a quick trip. Except
Not
where
sponsored.
No goodies.
yeah, not sponsored. Only in like Wisconsin.
Yeah, no,
So that's like
what the
very
hell?
specific. Yeah, like all of our viewers from like California or Texas are like, what?
I didn't realize Quick Trip was only in Wisconsin. Quick Trip is awesome. I love Quick Trip.
Is that like Quickie
Right.
Mart?
Yeah, it's in 3 states.
But yeah, like
Just breaking into Minnesota and Iowa.
yeah. But anyways, so yeah, it's like that. It's like going into a gas station that also doubles up as a bit of a grocery store, but where 1 or 2 of the aisles are gone, there's a table, and Robert Wellington is sitting at the table.
That son of a bitch.
And he said, and he's got a cup of coffee, and he says, well, so, now that you've got those shenanigans out of the way, here to join me, old friend?
Don't you call me a friend. I will have some coffee, though.
Damn, I wish
And I
Kira was
sit
here.
down next to him.
He pours you a cup of coffee.
Meanwhile,
He
my
said-
spidey senses are tingling.
Oh, God! He says, I almost thought you weren't going to make it, especially alone.
Well, I'm not alone. And there's kind of like...
Yeah, I can see that. I have special skills as well from that same, How did you survive that explosion?
I had no idea.
Straight up.
The building blew up and some people dragged us out, and then I could do this afterwards, and I dance metal around me.
Impressive.
So, why did you call me here, and why shouldn't I just cut your head off right now?
So not me.
Well, because, MacArthur, I wanted to give you a proposition.
Proposition.
You see, there is a bigger problem than just the Sons of Brinor and the Inquisition in this area. There's something far worse that is encroaching on our lands. And frankly, that is the main reason why the Inquisition is trying to take over this area. We're trying to reunify Brinori so that we can prepare. And frankly, I think that you would be an excellent addition to our team.
Reunite the Sons of Brinor under the Inquisition over my cold dead body.
No, not the Sons of Brinor.
Under the
Brinori.
That!
Not just the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, the women. And the children.
And the children.
Always thinking with your emotions, MacArthur. The main reason why we're doing this is so that we can save Brinori. But this little petty squabble between these two armies, it's only going to make things worse. You think you're some big hero striding into battle when you've never been able to see the big picture.
I see the big picture. This is about the soul of Brinor. This is about how we govern our people and who can be free and who's allowed to use magic. I don't want this country if it means that people aren't free.
People won't be free whether you win this battle or lose it. It just depends. It just depends on who's in control. Do you want us in control or do you want something worse in control? Because that's going to happen.
What is this something worse?
Oh, do you remember back in the, old wars that we used to get involved in the colonies, in the Shateric Ocean, the Anubians.
Yes.
And do you remember how all of a sudden they just kind of stopped with their whole campaign and just kind of floated away, as it were?
I do. They're back.
They've taken over the Shateric Ocean,
Hmm.
and they are making their way into Brinori. The only way that we can stop them is with a united Brinori, and not with a divided one.
I partially agree. I think that if you were to make some concessions and to allow for magic users to exist and live freely, they could be an asset to our campaign to help defend our land.
Make a persuasion check.
Roll really wild die.
Well, I got a 1 on it, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
you have to roll. You have to do that.
6.
Oh,
So an 8.
modifier? Yeah.
So an 8. Okay. He says, you know, that would be a good idea, and I would have to agree with you. But you should know as much as I do that magic corrupts. Those who go down that slippery slope, they can use it for good, but many of them just end up being corrupted by the Lord of Darkness to use it for his purposes. That's the Anubians. That was where their society ended up. And of course, the Inquisition is not as evil as you think. We're merely trying to help these people suppress their abilities so that they don't end up as mindless servants of the Lord of Darkness. We're not trying to kill people. No. It's complicated. It's not as easy as good and evil as black and white. It's not as black and white as you see it. It's a lot more complicated than that.
I'll say it's complicated. You guys walk in, you just kill whoever you want, take over whoever you want. It doesn't seem very complicated to me.
Look at this untamed land. Order has to be brought in somehow, and if it can't be brought in through diplomacy, it has to be brought in through the barrel of a gun.
I didn't see you guys once try to ask for diplomacy. I didn't see you guys once ask Sanctuary if they wanted your help. Or ask Canopy if they wanted to be invaded.
Well, we didn't have to. We knew they would say no.
How do you know? You don't know unless you try.
That's not true. We just asserted our dominance. We just did what we had to.
And that's
And
why
after we defeat the Anubians, then that's the end of it.
And that's why this country is not good in your hands.
You know, I was hoping we would see eye to eye, but there's just no changing you. Very well. All right, Kowalski, Pepper, you can come out now.
I knew it was a trap! Once a trap, always a trap!
Oh, calm down! And 2 Inquisition Rangers just kind of hop out of the shadows. He says, all right, we're heading back. He turns to you. He says, you know, I could have killed you as soon as you walked in the door, but I would rather settle this once and for all in a battle of wits, general versus general, army versus army. I'll see you tomorrow.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
And then you both stare into each other's eyes.
And
Paul says,
And then I say,
Have you ever
Paul says, are you two in love? No, we hate each other. It's hard to tell the difference sometimes.
Yeah.
To react to that.
Get a room here too.
And that's the end of that.
Meanwhile,
freeing in his bombs.
I got a. It's gonna be a 12 to see me with the obscure skill, obscure spell.
Wait, that's what your guy looks like?
That's what third me looks like.
You said a how much?
A 12 to see me.
A 12. Okay. Nobody can see you. Woo. Unless if I want to spend bennies. You know what? I'll send a couple your way. I've got a lot. Nope.
I'm draining him pennies. Plus, if it fails, it's not that terrible of a thing. So it just takes 6 seconds to make more.
Nope, you're good.
Okay. I'm gonna just round the tents, you know, where the infantry are. I'm just gonna start planting them. Nice. Boop. 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 Boop.
Sowing the seeds of dissent.
Roll a couple into the tents, you know.
Where's my D10? Oh, there it is. It's red, whereas I have a green set, so...
It's gonna be red from all the paste
Huh.
I'm about to make.
Oh! Well, that's interesting. Make an agility check.
Okay.
Actually, no. Make notice?
You know-
Sure, make notice.
You want notice
That's
or
better.
agility? You want
No, just notice. Notice. Make
Okay.
notice.
Ooh.
7.
7.
He's got the obscure up, so it's like -6 to see him. Wait to notice him.
Yeah, I rolled like 3 6s on the one die for
Oh,
this
okay.
guy. Yeah, so you hear up heading towards you.
Oh, I hear that all the time in Fortnite.
It's never a good
It's
sign.
never a good time.
What's your
Jump
parry?
out and run.
My parry is 8.
Perfect.
And
It blows you
I
up.
mean, if it blows me up, there's gonna be a big explosion.
Perfect. You hear, or no, you feel rather, a gauntleted hand just like grasp around your neck, and it holds you up in the air, and you come face to face with an elf, and he just seems to appear out of nowhere practically. It's like all of a sudden, and in like one swift action, in like a millisecond, he just lifts you up into the air. This big power armored elf with blonde flowing hair.
Cousin! I'm gonna go. Ray Shack, is that you?
Oh, sweet.
Jesus Christ, got enough?
Nope. They still come.
No.
And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't
Duplication
stop
just
coming.
works as a bendy drain.
Well, that kind of sucks. What's 5 compared to your toughness?
Nothing, because my base toughness is 10.
Yeah, I was rolling a d12, and I rolled a 5, then a 1, then a 3 on a d12.
So nothing
D12
happens.
hate me. They really do.
Nothing happens.
Alright, so...
I'm gonna be like, do that again. I make everyone blow up.
Actually, what?
I'm not lying. I'll do it.
Make a persuasion check. Or intimidation. You're more... I'd say intimidation, because that's what you're most likely trying to do.
Okay. Do I add my charisma modifier with that?
Oh, now it's good. Golly. What?
Do I add my charisma modifier with that?
No.
Okay, then it's just a 4.
It's a 4? Oh, well. You got a 14? Or no, wait. 15? You got a 15 on his intimidation. As he just glares back at you. And he says, if you do it, you and all your friends will die. Boop.
I'm not real.
All right. How many bombs did you set off?
I had 4 mines and 12 grenades.
Jesus.
4 mines and 12 grenades. All right.
It's gonna make a big explosion.
I now do this thing when I play Fortnite. Whenever I go into a building, I throw C4
I'm rolling.
everywhere.
Yep.
And then if somebody
Who's
comes
dice?
in and tries to kill me, I just blow us all up. I
Alright.
say goodbye.
Let me get you the exact damage numbers on this.
Yeah, no, I don't need the damage numbers. I just
A
need
grenade is 3d6 and a mine is 2d6 plus 10. So 12 3d6 and 8d6 plus 8.
Let's do it this way.
That's gonna be a big explosion.
Everything in the range of the explosion.
It's obliterated.
Yeah. So how big is the range? That's the question.
Well, the grenades and mines are medium burst templates themselves.
I'm gonna
so-
say that you took out 2 squads of infantry, and after that, he slams you into the ground, and with a loud crunch, that Freean is dead.
Yeah, he just kind of fades into the ground.
Can we hear the explosion?
What, like a bad video game where he's
Yeah.
dead and then he just
Yeah, that's how I imagine it happens. They go on the ground, they come back to the main one.
Oh boy.
Like how far away is this?
About a mile.
A mile?
You
Yeah.
would hear and see that
Hear
explosion.
and see a big flash of it. Not clear flash.
And the switch, the off switch goes more than a mile.
I don't know exactly how far it goes, but I just took out a whole
Or do we
bunch of...
know?
I said it could be 1 or 2 miles.
Oh, we don't know. Okay.
I'm gonna turn to what you guys make.
Wait, how did I get the note?
Magic.
Those
I still
bastards!
never figured out what his weird ability was.
Yeah.
No, you
Is he
didn't,
like
but he
super
knows
speed?
yours. But he knows yours.
Wait, how do you know mine?
It says after metal bending.
Alright, well, yeah, he says after metal bending. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, this guy right here represents Applier Norbanus. By the way, that was the guy who killed your clone. That was Applier. And, yeah, Robert is also in the fight as well. We'll say that they do immediately start to attack at this point. So, because of that, I will roll. That is unfortunate. Okay.
How is the morale? Not awful.
The explosions go off, everybody is riled up on both sides, and the battle starts to go underway ahead of schedule instead of how it was going to be originally.
I wonder, would you two have gotten back? Because that was kind of happening at the same time.
I don't know.
How does that
Hopefully.
affect his side story? Is it like you both hear the explosions go off and like, I did not have anything to do with that?
That's not me.
What is
All right.
Oh.
So, what I'm going to need, I would like MacArthur to make a knowledge battle roll.
Yeah!
I am awake and alive with the fiery burning anger of 1,000 suns from being woken up from my nap.
Good to know.
There were like 1,000 mini suns.
Yeah.
I'm wide awake and
A 3.
You got a
If only I could share.
I only have 1 penny left.
If only I could share. Literally, I have 9.
We're all a party. We pool our resources. Come on.
Okay.
We're gonna get wrecked on the first roll.
I can Benny it if we need to. My last Benny.
How
Should I
bad
do
is
it?
Well, it depends.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they won this one. This one, let's see.
Wasn't there stuff we can do like last time?
Yep, but in the first round, it's just a straight up roll.
Oh.
Should I use this?
You think you'd have to raise 3 to 7.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, you got like a 1 in 6 chance of killing it.
If you want to, all right.
Going for it.
Let's see how bad it is.
Alright,
we lose
so-
a bunch of people.
So, the gunships.
Everybody dies.
So the force starts to move up against Canopy. The tanks open fire against the walls, and the airships, the Archangel gunships, they do a strafing run, and they manage to take out. They managed to take out one unit of your tanks.
Should I use this?
No.
It's too late at this point.
Too late.
Save it.
All right. Does anybody want to do anything now?
How
You
close
said
are
they
they?
all advanced, pretty much.
They've all begun to advance towards Canopy at this point.
How close are they?
They are within a mile. I can tell you that much.
I want to flip the switch.
No, don't flip the switch.
I'll flip it just we'll wait one more
It
time.
hurts us too.
Yeah, but they've got like far more firepower. It'll hurt them more than it hurts us.
Do you want to make me a knowledge technology roll?
Ooh.
One on the skill die.
He's like, I flipped the switch, thing go bad.
I don't know what I'm doing, guys.
Yeah, you don't know how to turn this thing on. So, yeah, you just
don't explain to him how to turn it on.
you just spent the entire turn just like looking over the thing, wondering, wait, this is the
I'm
self-destruct,
tapping-
or is
tapping
this?
Wait, roughly how many of these things are like in a squadron? Do you know?
I want to say 4 or 5, maybe.
So like if I attacked them personally and I wait, because that does that harness give me it gives me double action, right?
Yeah.
So if I activate the harness, and I could shoot 4 times then, because my gunshot already shoots 2 at a time.
Yeah.
So could I take it out? Or they have heavy. It's a heavy weapon too, so it should take out.
Well, how it
equipment,
works.
I don't know.
How it works is
activate
you would make a
next
shooting roll. How it would work is you would make a shooting roll, and based on your result, that would give you a modifier for your next knowledge battle roll.
Yeah. Although activating the harness, I feel would give you an advantage or some sort on that roll
Yeah, probably.
because you're throwing more stuff out.
I will say there may have been a bit of confusion on this, but all weird science technology does require a certain roll to use.
Even though it says you literally just push a button.
That's just the description, but rules-wise, it requires a roll.
I don't have that. So.
I mean, you can still do it just untrained.
Yeah.
Magic, on the other hand, you do actually need the skill die.
I will.
I knew that.
That's a
Still
good
about
idea.
to tell us
I don't know why you didn't think of that.
Can I metal bend their rudders?
Yeah, roll, I'll
That
just
seemed obvious to me.
He's like
roll.
about to pull out the cat and you're just like,
Like,
why are you just metal bending them?
Idiot, God.
Roll spirit.
Okay.
Roll spirit for me.
Just see what your effective range is, I guess.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
This is
Ah,
That
what are the odds?
What are the odds?
I got
One
a
and
lot
eight.
of ones today.
Yeah, on the skill die, too, yeah.
Okay.
It can be very effective if you. but
Give me this!
Yeah,
Done with this crap!
that's a better idea.
A 7!
Oh, I thought that was
Okay,
one.
okay.
Damn it.
-2
so you got
To
a
their-
to whatever you rolled.
Oh, so then a 5.
A 5. Perfect. All right. So, as the gunships come in for their strafing run, they are able to do it, but as they fly back into formation with the rest of the army, you start metal bending them, and you actually crash one of them into the side of a building. You now have +1 to your next knowledge battle roll. Suggest you keep track. However, some of them start to shoot at you with kind of parting shots, and you take 12 points of damage.
Your toughness would
So
be 5 base, but you had... So that would shake him, because he's got the full armor on.
Okay, so you are shaken.
It's not terrible.
Alright. Anybody else doing anything this round?
Yep. I'm gonna have my doubles.
I'm going to count all of you as one group.
Okay.
So whatever you do, it's going to be your entire like group of you and your doubles.
Okay.
Because otherwise that would just be ridiculous. Like, I'm just going to keep spawning more of me and just get infinite +1s as this progresses.
Well, no, I can only have 2 extra of me, but I can make as many 2 extra of me as I need.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, these guys, they're gonna coat themselves in damage fields, summon some bodyguards, and just and I will be shooting from the...
Alright. In that case, roll shooting.
Where's my shooting?
Come terrify them. Or use your illusion to make it seem like we have
What
like
do you
an
want
extra
from
regiment of guys we don't
these
have.
2?
Right now, they're still charging at the enemy, so it's just you.
Okay.
Oh my
Surprise, bitches! You thought!
I don't know what that is. It
Got
looks
a
like some sort of.
4.
It's a
Minus
super
2.
tank! It's a super tank!
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
fine.
super death tank.
That's fine?
Run.
Alright. Yeah, you start to unload shots at the cavalry unit charging towards your doubles. All of them are basically able to dodge out of the way, and they try to shoot back at you. You take 6, 10, 13, 16, 17 points of damage. You can divvy that up between you and your clones if you want to.
That's fine then, because across all of us we have base 10 armor, and if it's Tears Name base, which I assume it is, if
Yeah.
we're shooting, then we have base 14 with negation of 2 AP.
These guys
So-
are all around me too. There we go.
I think we'll be fine.
What
Okay.
a bunch of bros.
Alright, the rest of you? I mean, you've already done your thing. What's Kira doing?
I'm gonna go.
Kane. What's Kane Pool doing?
Yeah, right. Can I just like walk over here?
Okay.
And I'm gonna like.
What is Kane doing?
We've got golems.
I am sitting over. He made me a box as well, or added to the fort. So I am looking out across the battle,
Made a
surveying.
nice little expansion to the fort. You're just surveying the battlefield.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright. Oh, perfect. There are more earth elementals and gargoyles in there. You can use it for golems.
Good.
Alright, so I'm gonna need... Oh, wait. Okay. So, this is where things get interesting.
My little combat force going in.
Aplir, Narbanis, and a squad of power-armored Templar strut forward, and they start to shoot at a bunch of infantry on the wall. Excuse me, on the wall. They're gonna get +2 to this. 12, 14. So that is going to be for a 12, a +3. And then Robert Wellington himself is going to teleport behind the wall, shoot at a bunch of people, Yikes. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Flip that switch.
And he.
Wait, where is your guy right now? Oh, he's fine.
All right.
Do I notice him teleporting?
Make a notice roll.
4. Oh wait, that's the one on the skill die. Oh wait.
What is with all the ones and skill dice? For
Yeah.
you guys?
2. So much better. I don't notice a goddamn
Yeah, he just-
thing.
He just poofs in and out so fast that you don't really notice.
We've got a mini for him right here.
He's the drunk one.
However, people do attack him, but they don't deal enough damage to do anything to him.
What did
you
he
know,
do?
we may be outnumbered, but we're also outmatched.
He teleported in and shot a bunch of people.
All right, so knowledge battle time.
We may not be the best army.
So we are a army.
No, we just, that's it. We may not be the best army.
I'll do your roll.
Come on, Lucky!
We required a total
High
of
five!
+2, so we got
Oh
7.
yeah, and a +1, so 6.
Oh, 6, yeah.
No, did you get a +1 on yours?
No, I didn't. So
No.
it was just +1, yeah.
18.
What? I don't think you're really sorry.
I don't think you're really sorry.
You're really sorry. He's not.
All right.
You just look over at you. You're pathetic. Come on. What kind of general are you?
And both Applier and Robert Wellington just take out an entire squad of Sons of Brinor
Jesus
on the
Christ.
That's not very nice.
wall. All right.
Flip that switch already.
Alright, so we're not doing
I don't know how to. Somebody else needs to.
Why isn't like Bran there? Someone who actually built the thing to flip the switch.
Yeah.
All right.
Can I try to flip the switch?
Do you have knowledge technology?
Why isn't
Nope.
Bran there to flip the
Do you
switch?
want to roll me knowledge technology? Anyways.
Didn't Bran build this thing? Why isn't he there to flip the switch? Oh well, I think she got it.
She got it really high. So
9.
You got it.
Damn, I was gonna jump on one of the helicopters.
wait, let's
Oh gosh. All right. So at that moment, you turn it on, and all of these things power down. This thing just
Flies out of the sky.
yeah, they all like fall down to the ground. They crash and burn. They're gone. This thing, unfortunately,
You could have killed
Cannot
me
be
if I was
used.
on there.
no worries.
all of your weapons, except for like any melee
My
or
bow.
bows or anything like that,
Or
are
throwing metal
unusable.
balls.
Yeah.
Permanently?
It's good
that's
because
what-
these guys are
For
going
now.
in ready
For now.
to because they don't have any weapons
And
that can stop that.
anybody who has power armor, they currently can't act.
Nice.
So
Thank the Lord of Light. I am naked.
let me just make
He's
a
not
roll.
completely naked. He has pants cape.
Just roll your intimidate and stand on top of the wall. Just like, woo! Every
position.
It's like,
I am pants cape, the explosive one. I come from the heavens to be your doom.
Helicopter.
All right. So you did your thing. Anybody else?
It's
Let's,
time.
It's time.
It's time.
So you run into melee.
These guys both have their damage
Let-
shields right and everything.
can we,
It's gonna be just a big ol' slaughter fest.
All right.
should we call? I mean, we pretty much have one regiment of men left at the wall. Should we call
We should probably call some of them.
the
forward.
red? So let's. Sorry, civilians, you're not needed right now.
You are not necessary.
These guys.
My parry should actually be 1.
Let's tell these guys they should go attack. Well, there's already a
Yeah,
little.
my parry should actually be a 9.
What about the people in the tanks?
He could probably come out
they're-
and become
yeah,
a
was
squad.
Could they come out and fight?
But then theirs could too.
Yeah,
So
I'm
how do
just
you want this to work?
Yeah, I guess they'll just kind of
so yeah.
They'll come
That
along
was
and-
that was kind of the idea. But yeah. So you do your thing. I will say, fighting.
Did anybody get injured
Take the
by
highest
helicopter
fighting
bomb?
roll out of all the people in your squad,
Okay.
and give it a wild die, because it's a group roll.
Okay. So you want them each to roll or just
Nope.
okay?
It's one big group roll. Perfect.
Golems use a D12.
Perfect. By the way, that +1 that you had last round, you don't have that.
Yeah, I know. I erased it.
What did turning off all loud? No, I kind of got rid of tanks and like made all the power armor and all their weapons useless. So I assume we're kind of prepared for that. We've got bows and other things. I got a 7. Should I throw a Benny at that just to try and get something higher? It's only an average roll.
I
We
would.
got enough.
Might as well, yeah.
Might as well, yeah. It's a 5. How does a 7 work?
A 7? Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That would ultimately be a 5 because you still have a -2. Funny enough.
How do you still have a -2?
It has to do with the with how many
Can I try to
tokens they
okay.
have as opposed to how many tokens you have.
Can I try to be
Okay.
unshaken right now?
Yeah, make a spirit check.
Yay.
All right, so you're gonna add +1 to this next knowledge battle roll, but you are going to take, and how I'm gonna say to distribute damage, put it into one dude first, and then if there's any left
Okay.
over, put it into another dude.
What about the damage ideal?
For that, I'll say, hold on a sec. 6, 11, 17.
Is it a heavy weapon?
No.
Then it wouldn't do anything against the golems.
Okay.
Also,
But-
how are they doing these attacks without choosing weapons?
But if it were to destroy it, apply that damage, and if it were enough to destroy it, then that damage goes
Okay.
into there, and then you go to the
Okay.
next,
Okay.
like that.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not doing a good job of explaining, but I'm glad you're on board. As far as what you just said, how many of them have damage field?
2 of them have damage field. The golems just have really big swords.
The ones that have damage field, roll me their fighting.
They're fighting. Okay.
Make it a group roll. Roll 1 fighting, and then roll a wild die.
Okay. 8.
8. Okay. I'm gonna give you another +1. And say that you guys charge into the cavalry, and against all odds, cavalry would have won, but because your golems are like taking the brunt of the damage, and your other dudes have like damage field, they actually take more casualties than you do against all odds. All right, what were you doing again?
Oh, I got unshaken.
Oh yeah, you can do something now.
Oh, okay.
Now that you're unshaken.
You're not there for just like.
Oh my god!
Wait, did you do anything?
She turned on the. No,
Do you
he
want
turned on.
to-
She turned.
I turned on nothing.
He didn't
Oh.
do anything.
Wait, wasn't that last round?
Is it
Or
my
No,
turn?
that was
this
this.
round?
That
Okay,
was this
yeah,
last
you're
round.
done with things.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright.
You can do something if you want.
Yeah, like,
Go explode on some people.
what is this guy's deal? Is he stunned?
I mean, his power armor it doesn't work anymore because the off switch was turned on.
Is that a single person?
No, it's like
No,
a
it's a
group of
squad.
dudes.
Is this was Wellington by himself? Is that a single person?
These guys, well, they don't really represent tokens, but they represent people who are on the battlefield.
Did Wellington like teleport back after he shot the dudes, or is he?
I mean, he's right there. They're just there to represent that they're like there.
Can I jump over here and
He's gonna jump over there and explode.
yeah, though I can explode right away.
All right. Yeah, you take a round to try and explode.
Are rounds different in like the group situation?
Yes. This, I mean.
So do you do like that?
Yeah. So I can. Yeah, this is like an hour of combat or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would have time to explode.
So you would actually have time to
times,
explode. So roll me your damage.
And this is like you're exploding multiple times on them. So it's
An hour of combat. I just took really, really slow steps to
Yeah,
do
you
the
did.
switch.
well, the switch is like figuring out how to turn it on and all that too.
It's literally just 11. She's like,
all this.
she like looks underneath. Just literally just a box with a little switch on it.
I don't trust this.
14,
And then finally
20.
you just hear this like
20.
Ooh.
Epic battle music.
You what?
And do you have any armor piercing with that?
Ooh, I might.
Actually. Yeah, because then you put like most of your points into that.
I have heavy weapon.
Okay, that's not armor piercing. Okay,
Means you can
so
damage tanks and vehicles with it.
yeah, they would have dedicated bennies, so I will give them that.
Remember,
And
you
then
already,
I will-
you already used some of our bonuses against me.
And then I will immediately try and use that. Vigor D. Okay. Okay. So that's a thing, and then him. Wow, okay. You explode, and they're still standing. Yup. So Robert Wellington is going to teleport away. He is going to teleport behind the wall again. And he is going to try and make an attack.
With what?
Oh gosh.
Pistol don't work. If that's what he was using.
Oh yeah, you're right. So he would have to use a different weapon.
He teleports in and goes, it's not firing!
Oh
Yeah, would they know? Like, would he immediately know that weapons like that aren't working? Wouldn't his go-to be a
I mean, as soon as he sees like Archangel gunships falling from the sky and tanks like ceasing to move forward, I mean, I think you
I
get the
suppose
hint.
it's an hour.
Get the hint.
Like the entire army just not firing laser weapons anymore. All right, so
We're going medieval on this!
so that is wow. Okay, that is going to be a +2 to their roll, and he teleports away. Dang. Yup. All right.
He gave them OP bosses.
Knowledge battle time.
Wait, is it? I'm gonna do something maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He hasn't done it now.
yeah. You haven't done anything.
I will. What should I do?
Do something to tip this in our favor.
I can shoot giant hunks of metal.
So
I
are
can
these
make
guys, like, down, or-
barriers.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
Not yet. We do that on the next knowledge battle thing.
Okay.
Can I try to crush these guys in their power suits?
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, you can.
We're gonna spend an hour just going. It's like in that scene in Iron Man where it goes.
Oh yeah, that pilot was fine.
He has use of his legs. You know, they didn't say he was fine. He said that pilot did live.
Yeah, that pilot did live.
All right.
Imagine be that pilot. All of a sudden, you're just like everything from the hips down is backwards.
What level are you in matter control?
Pretty high. 1
I
second.
feel like level 3 or 4 at this point.
27.
Because that determines
Yeah.
how much damage you're gonna do.
I'm level 3.
Level 3,
Yeah.
perfect. So that means you're rolling a d12 plus 2 in damage for your strength.
D12. What the crap is a D12? Do I own a D12? Is this a D12?
Yes, that's
Okay.
It's the one that might be the d20, but is not.
That has been rolled in place of a d20 several times. Oh.
So 10.
10. All right. Yeah. You don't really. So you start to crush like all the Templar and especially Apley and Urbanus in their power suits, and like 1 or 2 of the Templar just kind of crush under the weight of their own armor. The rest of them just kind of fight against it, and Aplier himself
With
seems
what?
relatively
Their own
unfazed.
With their own strength, because their power suits don't work.
With their own strength.
Force of will.
You get a +1?
Yeah, you get a +1.
Oh, we're gonna need it.
Considering that they're getting +2s left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna need that roll from you now.
Oh, jeez. Come on,
If I
something
could
high.
do- if
I
could
know,
do-
I was like, I need a
Yes.
stack of those pennies. A 5.
So an 8.
No.
I keep wanting to roll low, but I rolled a 17 on the die.
Jesus Christ.
He has a knowledge battle d20.
Nope, D10. But I rolled a 10 the first roll, and then I rolled a 7 on the second. They also get a +2. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We got guys.
I think you're lying.
I mean, we still got that trump card. Oh, no, we flipped the switch.
We flip the switch, that's why
So another group of them are gone. I may have been doing this wrong. Hold on. Make a spirit roll?
Who, me?
Yeah.
With a D6? Like with a wild die? Or
Actually, what was your roll for knowledge battle?
8 in total.
Yeah.
8 in total. I'll say that these guys are gone because I think how it is even though it says it's an opposed roll, I think it has to. It says like each success and raise causes the other side to lose a token. So I don't think it really means like, oh yeah, we just started fighting and then all of a sudden our army just obliterated like half of your army in one round. I think it's like casualties on both sides each round.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, that makes
I'll take from both sides. But because I think you got like a high roll last time, I'll take off another one. So that makes it relatively even. Relatively.
We have like, let's say 3 regiments left if we
Pretty
include
much, yeah.
us.
We can include us, yeah.
And my,
Us and our extras.
yeah.
I mean, they're kind of a regiment on their own.
Yeah.
They're gonna go circle around.
Yeah.
So
I normally wouldn't be this nice, but since it's like basically the last session.
And nobody knows who the characters are.
Maybe we get reinforcements.
the townspeople come out with like sticks.
I all of a sudden get
Pitchforks.
inspiration from the Lord of the Light, and I can raise like 100 constructs.
Okay, I'm not that nice. And then a meteor crashes. Okay, so anyways.
Yeah, well, these guys are just gonna go round 2.
Alright. Make your attack. I'm gonna use a different die and hope that this one screws me over. I should have kept like my original my original like green D12, the one that I used to roll up my 4 hit point barbarian, because that one had an air bubble in it, and that was why I would always roll a 1.
Nice. That's actually, I would like to get a die like that, just because it's, I don't know, I think it's cool.
I wish I didn't throw it away.
Here, take this.
Okay, that's better.
I got a 7 on the fighting part of it.
A 7 on the fighting. Yeah, so that would be 1 success. That's a +1 to the knowledge battle roll.
I might as well go through a couple of these.
Alright.
I can give it 1 reroll because that's only average on this.
Yep. And since you got a D12, you're gonna need more than average.
Well, that's a 9. 9. We'll take it. That should be 2, right?
Yeah, that'll be 2. So you get a +2. And because of that, you're going to suffer 8 points of damage.
It just bounces off the first construct.
I mean, obviously, the more you roll, like the less damage you're gonna take.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert got a 10 on his roll. Should be kind of a 9, so he also got a raise.
For what? To attack?
Yeah.
To, like, limp in again?
Actually, you know what? At this point, I'm gonna just have him attack Odium. So, what is your parry?
My parry is 6.
6. So he definitely hits. How much damage does he do? I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up.
No, it doesn't have to be a heavy weapon.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why it doesn't matter. So he's just gonna spend the entire turn.
On you and it just does nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
For my turn,
That tickles.
I want to have this whole area back here be just jagged spikes. So when that fucker teleports in, he can teleport in on top of some spikes.
Nice.
Success.
Next time he pops in, he just materializes and there's like spikes through his body.
Alright.
What a way to go.
Alright, what's next?
I did my thing.
I want to blow up again. I'm going to keep trying.
Alright, roll your damage.
Yeah.
I can give you some D8s.
People of the table, lend me your power! Or at the very least your damage dice.
Powers combined.
Yeah, you're welcome.
8, 15, 16. Well, it's an average roll. Actually, it's slightly below.
By the way, for all of you guys who are seasoned, add +1 to your rolls.
Oh!
That's not me.
That's me.
That's
So 20 didn't do it last time.
Is that's +1 to my knowledge battle roll?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, to your attack rolls.
Okay.
Which is still a
You've been in more fights.
What's your damage roll?
I did,
20?
no, 20 was last time. I did less than that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm not going to hit, right?
No, this is just damage.
Oh.
What did you roll?
17.
5. I'm gonna use one more of this.
Timothy ever
And
gets
he's
in a
got it.
situation like that.
So they're still standing, but Aptly Urbanus is shaken.
Oh.
Which is good, because I'm gonna make a spirit roll right now. And he makes it. And through sheer strength, he starts to manipulate his power armor just through his sheer strength, as if it were still powered, but it's not. Obviously, he's just so strong that he's just controlling it by himself. He just kind of went Super Saiyan there, and he's gonna start wailing on Odium as well. And of course, he doesn't have heavy weapons to hit you. Or does he? No, he doesn't.
The fist.
Can I moan a little bit when he hits me?
Oh
Like,
gosh!
oh.
Please, no!
That's the way I like it.
No! Oh gosh.
That's the way. He likes it.
And also, he's naked right now. Because there's no
He
illusion
is
magic
naked.
around him.
I already got him. He's moaning. And he's butt naked.
You're right.
Alright, who's left?
Me.
Okay.
If he's in power armor, could I hit him with a bow?
Yeah.
An arrow.
I mean, you can still attempt to. I mean, he's just got like a high toughness and armor.
Wait,
Right.
if she illusions a like group of people, can that group of people die next round in place of our other people dying? Like, will they shoot at that group of people?
I
Well, they
like
can't
that
shoot.
idea.
Huh? Or attack, whatever they fire bows.
Well, yeah, because I could have them come out through this end and start attacking, like, these guys.
Just hailing.
Well, I mean, you
arrows.
I'll tell you what. You can definitely create an illusion of a squad of troopers going out to attack them. Whether or not it'll do what you want it to,
That's up to.
that's a good question because you don't know that yet
Right.
because you haven't done it yet.
Well, I'm gonna go for it. I'm just
Okay.
gonna, just send, 20, 30 guys out this way and just, marching towards them.
Send out a squad of dudes
They're
out
all
there.
carrying bows and pikes.
Yeah.
They're knights, actually. They're on horses.
And they all have my menacing glare in their eyes.
So they all look like Jane Poole, hideous scar and everything.
Yes.
Why do they have an entire regiment of hideously scarred people?
Hideousy?
He's trying real hard.
All right.
It's like heresy.
Yeah,
you're
Just
ugly.
kissing them.
All right.
It's a bunch of lizard people.
Lizard people.
Knowledge battle time. No.
You only got a +2 there, round.
I should not be rolling these.
But you have to. You're the one with knowledge
Someone
battle.
else roll for me.
You want me to roll a D4?
We got a 4.
Take my dice. Use mine instead.
Oh.
Look!
Oh. That would have been a 11.
Well, he rolled a 1.
Nice, we got a 4!
I decided to use a different die this time. I used the red die. I keep rolling 10s. Like, what?
As generals, I'm like, shoot! And then he's like, don't shoot! We're both just terrible.
All right, so
Well, he was amazing the first 2 rounds, and then the second game.
Do we do
Oh, maybe he
randomly or
has
do
an implant.
Yeah.
Maybe he has an implant, and now he just can't think.
Or maybe they're just distracted.
Do the shooty.
Remove the 1 and back.
Well, if he's gonna say fire, everybody hold your fire! Aha, I got you now!
Reverse psychology. All
All
right.
right, just to surrender. Everyone surrender.
Don't attack! Don't charge!
All right, new round. What's everybody doing? All right, yeah. Roll whatever.
Here's a 4.
Which would be a success.
Yeah. I'll go for it. I have a success. Hey, that's a double success.
Yep, that'll be a raise. So you and your men will take 4 points of damage,
Doing nothing.
and you will add +2 to the next knowledge battle roll.
Yeah.
This elite squad of damage-fielded golems.
All right, who's next?
I'm going to explode again.
All right.
Explosion!
And it won't damage the illusion, because it's not
I'm doing this for you, Jane.
real. Ooh,
As like
might do something.
the emotional music springs to
That's what
life.
Jane thinks about that.
That's a 21. That's your highest so far.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well.
Wait, where did you get the extra 2?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Wait. Yeah.
Oh no,
so-
+1.
Yeah.
So 21, you said?
Yep.
Perfect. Robert Wellington is going to take 2 wounds. And Applier Nurbanus is going to take 1 wound. and the rest, some members of his squad die, you know, and actually it's just Appler and Wellington back. Why did you replace Wellington with a Twi'lek? He's clearly human.
Because he looks like a drunk man.
It isn't! What?
Yeah.
I want this one back. I'm freaking out.
It's an old Twi'lek looking at his whiskey bottle.
I thought it was a beard until I looked closer.
You thought it was a beard?
Yeah.
That's a weird looking beard.
Hey, that rhymed. Let me just make a couple of rolls here. That was pretty darn good. So yeah, they're just gonna keep wailing on Odium. That's what's happening right now.
I'm gonna keep
It is
moaning.
so good that you are immune to normal attacks.
Yeah.
Yep,
I know,
that was why. That was
like-
why That was why I
Wait.
sent out the OP like bosses to take part in this battle.
Just because Odium would stop them.
Yeah. I'm like every single fight after you guys got superpowers, I'm like, this looks too hard. Odium can take it. They don't have heavy weapons.
Odium can take it.
And nothing else would have seen Odium there.
Well, they probably would have got me like really easily if we didn't.
Oh yeah, the tanks, they would have just gone,
Yeah.
you'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Because your vitality is so low.
So you went. It's
Can I-
down to you two.
Can I shoot at him?
Your gun don't work.
No, I have.
Oh, you have a cannon,
yeah,
right.
a big Betsy.
Yeah, Big Betsy can shoot at him.
Alright. So,
Attempt your harness. You can always attempt it.
well, but it takes an action. I have to shoot for an
It's a
action.
whole
don't I?
like hour though.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
Can
can
I-
Yeah, I can give it to you.
alright.
Is the
What,
cannon
how,
heavy
I'll
weapon?
attempt to do the harness then first. Is that
Is a cannon.
It's a weird science, so D4
Yeah.
minus 2.
Is it a heavy weapon?
Yeah.
Does
Careful.
it have like a splash damage?
no? It's
And
just it's 2 shots.
It's like a cannon, not a. Oh! He got us.
Yep. You got it. So
Nice.
you get extra shots with it.
So then I'm gonna shoot.
But you do have to make one shot according to this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll just do extra.
However, I'll give you a plus. I'll give you a +1. No, I'll give you a +2. Seeing as how you've got your extra actions with it.
This is my shooting roll. A 7.
A 7. Okay. Oh yeah. I guess since you're attacking what's his face directly, then I'll give you your multiple shooting rolls. Being as how it is directly at him. If it was like just directed at the rest of the army, then it would be the other way around.
I just need a 4 to hit, right?
Yeah. Unless
Yeah.
he's got special
Okay.
modifiers. So you got 5 on the first one, so what are the other ones?
So this is the first. Second
Nope.
shot did not hit. Third shot
Hits.
hit. Fourth shot hit.
Also hit. So you got 3 hits in there.
Alright, roll your damage.
So it's 2d10 apiece.
Well, here, I'll give you some d10s.
9.
That's a d12.
That's a D12.
Here,
It was in the waiting. There it is. So 8 for the first one.
Okay.
16 for the second one. And 9 for the third one.
Alright. He takes 1 wound.
3 wounds. Get out of here.
And it is now.
I'm gonna shoot at him next
Alright.
With your bow.
with my bow. Yes.
Alright, shoot at him.
Oh wait. My fighting is actually.
Wow.
13.
That's a raise. 3d6 damage.
Yeah, D6.
Ooh.
Wait though.
Yes?
My strength. It's a strength plus D6.
It's a bow.
It's a bow.
Bow just uses its own.
Yeah, it's
self
just doing
damage.
2d6 unless it's modified in some way. Or it's using special arrows.
12.
12.
Yeah, like I've got Teflon.
Is he
arrows
dead?
which do AP 2.
Who commands the army if he's dead? That's what I was trying to do.
Well, I mean, there are
Oh,
two
yeah.
generals
Oh.
here.
Well, we'll kill him too. He's not a metal suit that doesn't move.
No, but it does move.
Gonna make some soak rolls here.
He's already at -3.
Or wait. Wow, okay, 7 does it.
Yep. Sweet.
So he's still up.
Oh, and you got some
Does he
bennies.
still have the 3 wounds, or does he have no?
He's
Yeah,
still
he's
got the 3 wounds. He just soaked.
Bennies.
Because she did I was not expecting it. She did the exact amount to kill him.
Damn! God!
Alright, knowledge battle time.
You get +2 for me in my actions.
All right, everybody, give me new dice. I need 2 new dice.
What do you mean?
D6s. I'll use the blue ones. Yes.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Oh,
So,
a 9.
yeah.
9. So that means the 2 remaining squads over there are dead. And I am going to roll a percentile die.
Oh.
Perfect.
Unfortunately, these guys are also gone.
These guys are dead. The illusion guys are dead. Alright, so it is...
Wow, the China battle turned really good.
I know, right? It's almost as if you have a DM who's not a dick. But I just made it way too easy for you guys. Alright. So, the battle is relatively over at this point. But yeah, it's just the 2 generals right now.
Some dudes in the tank, probably.
Crushed.
Oh, crushed tanks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the 2 generals at this point. I guess they relatively surrender.
Get up, Wellington!
I'm going to try to kill them. Oh no, wait, that's no mercy. No, that was my other character.
That's the other. The 2 me's.
I go to glow.
I'm gonna go over there. I should borrow a page from the Jolly's playbook and start sticking needles.
Oh, gosh. Not yet. There's still like relatively half an army surrounding them. But
I'm going to drink my flying potion and fly up in the air and explode like a firework.
Yes.
But Applier Narbanis is just like, you may have defeated this army, but you're too late. We have another army from a nearby town on its way here, and they're going to take out what's left of you. And then he holds up a comm, presses a button, and he gets ready to speak to the general on the other end to signal him to immediately start attacking. But instead of hearing another general going, yes, what is it you need? Instead, you guys start hearing screaming on the other end of the comm. And Appler Humanus asks, Commander Durgan, what's going on? And he says, There's too many of them! We've taken too many casualties! No! Get up on the line! They keep killing us! We keep killing them, but they keep coming back! What's going on? A new... And then he looks up at you and he says, you guys have just doomed us all. And then we fade to black. And that's the end.
What was attacking them? He said, like, a new boob? How could that be dangerous?
It's so massive it blocks out the sun.
Well, I'm dying soon, so sounds like your problem.
Yeah, I know that was a very vague ending. Essentially, just to clarify what happened, the Anubians started invading. What was originally going to happen with this campaign was after this big, sprawling adventure of gathering allies, you know, sabotaging the Inquisition, doing all this stuff. You guys are going to get into a final battle, 2 final battles, really, and then, like, the Anubians were going to invade, and then we were going to kickstart another campaign where we had to hold off against the Anubian Empire. But time constraints, and we're going to be playing Starfinder soon. So, yeah, sorry for that abrupt ending, but it had to be done. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for watching. It's been a roller coaster of a ride. This has been one big experiment. Be sure.
We didn't know what we were doing.
Be sure to like.
Dice.
Be sure to like or dislike this video, and then leave a comment as to why you liked or disliked it. Any feedback that you give us will help us to improve in the future. And like I said, support us on our other channel, SonovaCrit RP, where we are currently playing Starfinder. All right, how did you guys have fun with this?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If the audience says
I am
anything negative about my
surprised
character, I'll
ODM survived
not
so long.
say anything bad about them because that's harassment.
If anybody says anything bad about Ulysses, I will reach through the computer and get them.
Oh,
I
gosh.
was regretting taking the addiction like right after I decided to do it. I thought I was gonna die.
All right.
Somehow your character survived the entire life.
Yeah.
Well, so did Ulysses. All right. Well,
The
thanks.
crazy one survived!
Thanks, guys, for watching, and we will see you soon, I hope. At some point. I don't know how to
know
end it.
more what we're doing in Starfinder.
I-
Check it out.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.